Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very thankful to India Foundation, which has afforded me this place here to stand before you to tell you the story of the first indigenous semi-high-speed train, the Train 18, later renamed Vande Bharat Express. This was a train, a rolling stock, a railway vehicle, which was built entirely in the country from the concept to engineering to manufacturing, validation and testing. And it is the story of a team of railwaymen from Chennai who showed to the world that given the enabling system, the leadership, and the faith in the competence and talent of the people, then we in India can also do it. I'm a railwayman for life, and railways have a legacy and a story of 170 years, the window of a train through which the marvel and the magic of India passed you by. There's a lot of romance, but I'm not here to talk to you about the romance, but I'm here to tell you and talk to you about a wonder that is for the last 70 years or so, you would also have wondered as to why our trains look entirely the same. Why is it that in India we have not been able to make a modern train set with higher speed, better aesthetics, and better comfort? What exactly is a train set? You are familiar with a conventional train which has coaches and a locomotive on one end or either end, which can be coupled or decoupled based on requirement of maintenance and so on. But a modern train set is a train where there are no locomotives on each end. These are only coaches permanently coupled together, and all the equipment for powering the train and for the hotel load and for the lighting of the train are entirely on the train itself. It has more comfort, it has more acceleration, and therefore it cuts down travel time. You can travel from one end of the train to the other without feeling that you are crossing the train. So with all these advantages, why is it that we don't have these trains in the country? The answer is not very complimentary to Indian Railways. Is because the coaches are maintained by one department and the locomotive by another. If you make a train set, then the moot question is as to who would be the owner of the train. And because of this internecine warfare for last decade, 3 decades or so, whereas the entire world has moved to the train set concept, we never had one. Well, I always used to say that we should bury this interdepartmental warfare and give the country the train it deserves, but perhaps I had a lone voice. But in August 2016, I was posted as the general manager of the Integral Coach Factory in Chennai. And this was a factory set up in 50s at the time of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to make India world-class current technology coach manufacturer. So whereas there was a dream, the matching action was lacking. There were many expansions, but it was only numbers and no variety. When I landed in ICF, when I had incidentally, in 50s, Premier Chow En Lai had come to Chennai, and he had written in 1950s that every Orient should be proud of this factory, and every Chinese should come and learn how to make coaches. And where have we landed today? We are making a beeline to go to China and learn every technology. So when I landed, there were three things which stood out. The present government was already there, and there was some enabling done so that the field unit general managers were given empowerment. Then later, we had the current railway minister, and he was a bit of a tathastu mode, where when I presented to him for the first time when he came to Chennai, a couple of problems related to budget and also sanction for infrastructure, it was done immediately on the spot, followed up, and these were the enabling systems which are available to me. And then there was staff and officers, a team which was raring to go. They had this chutzpah, this audacity to do something new, but the enabling system was lacking till then. And this was my opportunity to channelize their energy to make something which was good for the country. So I started with a simple principle that the human resource is your best resource, and I must use this human resource by shedding all bureaucracy, because railways have stifling bureaucracy, openness, ideation, and welcoming them to and rewarding those who worked. And these things started having their effect, and we became the largest factory in the world and a carbon active negative factory. This was my opportunity to do something in respect of a modern train set. And that's why when we got together, we proposed that these train be made, and all of them were very excited. But it started with a simple question that we need a sanction. So sanction was something I had to follow at the railway board, which I was able to do after some convincing. When we got the sanction, they said that we are going to spend these 200 crores. We said, yes, we will make this train at 1/3 the cost at which it is made abroad. And the railway board can import what they want, but we have the sanction of these two trains, and we will make it at a price 1/3 of the ruling price. They said, still, we are doing it for the first time, and if something goes wrong, who will be the scapegoat? That's when I told them that we have had this simple couplet which says that गिरते हैं शह सवारी ही मैदान जंग में वो तिफल क्या गिरे जो घुटनों के बल चले. The days of their doubts are over. We will build this train together. And always remember my message of love for your human resource, which is engineering. You already know this togetherness is going to deliver this train. As a poet has said, that is love se mohabbat ka adna sa fasana hai. The word love has a very simple story. Simte to dile aashik, phaile to zamana hai. And हमें वो ज़माना बनाना था. So, and Shakespeare has also said that our doubts are traitors which make us lose the good that we oft might win by fearing to attempt. Let us attempt. Then the question came up as to what will be the mode, the technology, because we have been importing technology all these 70 years. Import of technology means you get it ready-made from them, then you get it partially knocked down, and by the time you started making up, 3, 4, 5 years are gone. And even today, we don't make it as good as we brought from abroad. Because technology transfer is an oxymoron. Technology is created, not transferred. It lives in the heart and the mind of the people, and you cannot transfer that. You can only transfer some documents, some drawings, and so on. So good or bad, this technology will be created entirely in Chennai and associated industry in the country, and it will be 100% our technology, good or bad. It may not be very good, but since we would have made it ourselves, as we go along, we would learn and make it better. After that, the last question, as the team was really excited, was the time frame. Usually, from the letter of acceptance to delivery, a design of and delivery of a complete train takes approximately 36 to 42 months. That's the world norm. We were in April 17, and I was retiring in December of 18. They said that by the time you retire, this train would have been half complete, manufacture would not have started. If the new leadership says that, why are you taking this risk? Why don't you do more of the same numbers, not something new, what would happen? I said, you have a problem, but our mind may not be as developed as the Western world in engineering today, but we are Indians, we can still work very, very hard, unlike them. And we will work day and night to turn out this train in 2018 itself. That gives us 21 months. And to remind everyone, every member of the team, that this train is going out in calendar year 2018. We will name this train Train 18. And that's how the project started in April 17, and everyone worked hard, hitches and glitches, disappointments, but synergy all the way. And finally, the train was ready, unveiled in October of 2018. It went through series of trials and testing, and the first time a train crossed 180 kilometers per hour mark in December, and in February of 19, it was put in service between Varanasi and Delhi by the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi himself. Since then, it has completed one full year of service without a single cancellation, and it has met all the reliability standards. And before I conclude, I just want to tell you this, that what we had done was just a train. Still, it got such wide coverage and love from the countrymen. And we realized it was because everyone considered it a product entirely of our own, of India. 1,000 such projects can burgeon. All we need is the enabling system from the government, which fortunately exists today, a leadership with a sense of purpose and courage, and we would have 1,000 such projects. Thank you very much.